Everyone can argue about the lid and say it works, it don't work, it ain't no different than a tall LT4 newer lid, but we do have the fastest LT4 ever. So in a car that's heavier than any other thing out there competing for the record.
Right.
And we hold the fastest bolt-on record in a V3. And Dell's car went 912. I mean, he was holding the record for a while there too. I mean, I don't care what people say. I'm telling you the facts of how fast something goes at the racetrack. We're about to prove something right now. We're taking the lid off of that car, that exact lid off that, mine, putting it on here, and seeing if it makes a difference.
Yeah. This one. I heard some things through the grapevine, but
I don't know what you hear.
Heard that this is what, number 2 behind Brian Rice or something like that.
I think it is number 2. He went 966, so Brian holds the record still. And I wish Brian would have kept his car because we would have went 930.
Right.
We went 55 on the second pass that day. And he's like,
I don't want to put a tire on it. I would only put a tire on it just so that I could cut my Oh! I wasn't even paying attention. I was looking at the pictures I saw.
That was a good pass.
Dude, that fucker is loud when it comes past you right there.
That left good. Nice job.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
Wow!
Thing left really good.
When I saw the 140 pop up, I knew it was a good one.
Yeah, it left good.
hey. And he's like, I'm good with it. I'm putting it on the trailer. I'm like, dude, it's like 900 feet of air.
Right.
So that's when Dell went 930, something, whatever, 931 or whatever. So then we went back out 2 weeks later to Cecil, and Dell went 912, I think, and in better air, it was like negative 300 or something, and Brian didn't go. And I'm like, damn it. He still had the car, but he was happy with what he went. He's like, no one's going to catch me. Still no one has. It's almost a year and a half later.
Yeah. And it's crazy because we've done a lot of R&D on that type of setup, and he's working with the old stuff.
Yep. Actually, truthfully, if you want my honest opinion, his car got 920, but 930 pretty easily. So anyways, he sold it, moved south. This guy wants to beat Brian's record, wants to go 40s. We didn't build this car, so there's some stuff on it that I would definitely change, and I don't know if it's gonna. It might be Brian. He went a 60-something last year in negative 1,000 feet or something. Negative 1,000 air, you know, you just automatically pick up 210s probably at that 9-second level. You know, I don't know. You know, this guy's going to
Cadillac Attack,
and that's when he went fast last year and it was consistent. He went 960s full bolt on, but he didn't have headers. He had a 917 lower. Now he's got a 945 lower, headers on it. And I told him we need to add a third meth nozzle because it's starting running on the high side with the cam. It doesn't have a calling cord on it. I don't know what he weighs when he races this. I know he guts it and stuff, but I don't know how much. I don't know how extreme it is. Right. Another thing is, like, we hit a wall with Brian's car. Like, you hit a wall with anything you do. Like my car, for example, like, you're in that 840 territory, you know. Brian's car, like, we hit a wall for a while. They were going, like, 80s.
Right.
You know, and we figured more stuff out. Came back out the following year and went 50s immediately. First time out. I think he only went to the track once that year. But the year before, man, we were going lap after lap after lap after lap. And he was down with it, which I really appreciated because I learned a lot doing that thing. So, and Brian's car just, it made more boost than this. you know, which is a positive sign of going faster, typically.
Right.
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, it might surprise me. I don't know. Brian had a couple things he don't have. One being export, two being our lid. Everyone can argue about the lid and say it works, it don't work, it ain't no different than a tall LT4 newer lid, but we do have the fastest LT4 ever. So in a car that's heavier than any other thing out there competing for the record.
Right.
And we hold the fastest bolt-on record in a V3. And Dell's car went 912. I mean, he was holding the record for a while there too. I mean, I don't care what people say. I'm telling you the facts of how fast something goes at the racetrack. You know, I don't really care what it makes on the dyno. Like when we went to the track last, like I didn't even want to put my car on the dyno. You know, I was like, I don't even feel like doing it. You know, I just want to go to the track.
Yeah.
You guys kind of made me do it. Shout out to 2 High PSI because they are awesome with their customer support, and their 10 rib setup fits really nice.
Yeah.
It's just a nice quality
That
piece.
was a nice piece.
We
sure.
will definitely be putting that on customers' cars. Shout out to Mike over there. I was in a jam to get to the track and I really wanted it, and he next dated on his dime, and it just really meant something to me that there's not many people out there that are willing to go a little further. And I was actually banking on not having it, and Jared's like, 10 rib stuff's here. I'm like, what? We were gonna track like the next morning. So we heard him through to him, got a belt size. Long story, but whatever. But yeah, anyways, this thing, it performs well, real well. There's only a handful of these V3s and the 9s with stock blowers, and he's one of them.
Yeah.
I think three or four cars that we've done now are in the 9s out of like 6 or 7.
So, you know, we're rooting for him. Just because you don't have the lid, don't mean we're not rooting for him. We're still rooting for him.
Yeah.
You know, this is what we do.
I don't get butthurt about other people's parts either.
No.
As long as it's not total pieces of crap to install.
Right.
I won't take customer supply parts if it's like a $2 header, but like, you know, if it's reputable, Cooks, I mean, for example, I mean, they have, in my opinion, the best header, and that's what we use on everything. So if like someone's got Cooks headers, we'll take them. But like,
you want to use quality stuff. It's already an expensive car.
It's crazy what goes on in this industry. Everyone acts like children, honestly, because like there's a couple different people out there making a lid. People get butthurt. I don't even get it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like, makes no sense to me on like, you know, we have the ice tanks now. We have our own products now pretty much, and you know, we're getting some
cold shoulders.
We're getting some cold shoulder from a couple of them, but like that's fine with me because I'll just buy more equipment to make more stuff, so I don't really care, you know. Like the only reason we make something is because we give someone feedback and they don't want to hear it because they think they're the best at everything, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So all right, we're gonna buy a plasma machine. And I don't do it to complain. I promise. I don't do it to complain. I do it to help them out, for other people, so they don't get bad feedback on the internet or whatever it might be. But there's nothing wrong with the 10 rib. Kid actually called him and told him how nice it was. You know, so I'm not in it to complain, but like I do it to help other people out. Like Kong, for example, I think we're the only ones that give him real feedback on anything, so he can better his product. You know, the blower porting. It really is pathetic.
Yeah. We'll see what it does.
Yeah.
See what it does. Hey, Bob.
How we doing? Yeah, question real quick. I was just fucking off the truck, getting it to start better.
So, second pool, not really a full pool, but 2 little pools.
Yeah, I do little pulls until I'm like ready to throw the hammer in, you know. At least I don't like beating up the car too much. prove you something right now. We're taking the lid off of that car, that exact lid off that, mine, putting it on here, and seeing if it makes a difference.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be sick to just the aesthetic.
Like I just said, we try things all the time. This is gonna be a good example. I've actually wanted to do this for some time now.
Remember, we were
So I compared it 182 to 186 engine coolant, and the MATs were 108 to 110. So, I mean, you can't really get better than that, honestly. So
yeah, that's actually pretty close.
it's not going to make any power difference with that. But air fuel is a little leaner on this one. I didn't do a change though, so that's the beginning, so you can't really disregard that. But it's a little, but up top it's the same. I mean, that's pretty damn close. It's a little leaner with our lid on it because it eats more fuel because it makes more power. But it's a 24 horsepower difference right there at that moment, and 20 horsepower right there through the middle. We're 15-ish right there. So I mean, yeah, I mean we're up all the way, and torque we're up too. So yeah, LT lid does make more.
Yep. And this is probably gonna piss some people off, but you know, too bad.
I don't really
You
care.
know what I mean? This is just the keeping it real. You know, not a lot of people are gonna do this, but
I'm sure
hey.
some people are gonna say it's fake
Yeah.
because it's on YouTube and we edit it, but
whatever.
I don't really care. I just figured
No,
I'd do
you
it.
know what? I literally, after that pool, I kept the camera rolling the whole time. We ain't cut the fans off, so, you know, people can say what they want to say, but yeah. What else you got to do? You know, fastest stock lower LT4, and if this doesn't say,
It is a little leaner, so someone might say something about that, but I mean, it's not going to make more power. It's what actually it might make more power if I put fuel in it because it's a little lean right there.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, that's why I say it requires a tune change because of that. So, you know, and the boost did drop like probably dependent like a quarter to half a pound through the whole pool. So
Right.
it did drop a little bit of boost, but it made more as well.
well, that's basically like what we were just talking about earlier.
I still think it needs more blower. You know, but you're gonna spend whatever it is, $1,800, whatever it is for export, and you can probably 20 or 30. You know, so
Yeah.
is it worth the squeeze? But
No,
and I don't care to sell some on myself. I'm just doing some testing, and this is why I give feedback to a company, and they don't want to hear it, and here I am making my own stuff because.
Yes, this
that.
is a prime example of why we take the time to make stuff ourselves, because this
Trust
is,
me, I have a scrap pile full of lids
Right.
that didn't work for a design.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
cost
I
me-
remember. Look, I was in a different place, welding on some stuff, and this dude was waddling through our machine shop with these lids.
Mhm.
That was before we even, we didn't even know each other at the time. So, I'm not biased. This is, these are before my time. And, if you were to ask me, this is the best lid you can buy for LT4 on the market for performance and mainly, in my opinion, looks. I think that
definitely
this is
looks
the
good.
best looking one. Kong's got some nice lids for some other blowers. But
Kong's
I
gonna
think
make
when
LT4.
it comes down to the LT4 specifically, there's not another better option. So,
Kong, but yeah, he don't make LT4 blower.
but his
lid.
LSA lids, speaking of Kong lids, got a new Jiffy here. Is this the first?
First
This is the first?
one with a V2 lid, at least I'm pretty sure. That's what he told me.
That thing's fly.
Yeah.
That thing's fly. But I want to show it to the people. Simple, clean. Both of them here. Simple, and clean. This is what we do. To all the people out there right now listening, if you got a V3 or a C7Z, you want to go max effort,
Z go fast.
give us a call.
Yeah.
Give us a call. We wouldn't mind snagging some more records.